Good morning all, I'm Johnny B and welcome to a Sunny Coast Celtic, and this is my favourite ever episode, 67. Do you remember what happened in 67? Yep, we all remember that, don't we? The big cup was coming to Parkhead. First British team to win it, first ever Scottish team to win it. That can never happen again, especially with players that all lived within 30 miles of Parkhead. Never ever going to happen again. What a feat that was. Big Jocks didn't take a bow. Anyway, let's go into this. Carry on, well, actually tonight. But before that, let's get into the transfer market. Now, I've been listening to all sorts of podcasts. I've been watching all sorts of crap on Facebook and everywhere else, YouTube, everywhere saying that we're going to sign this guy, we're going to sign that guy. I don't think there's anybody that we've not been going to sign. It's just unbelievable the amount of players that are going to sign for Celtic. Now, there's no doubt all the agents will be phoning Celtic Park and saying, look, we've got this guy available, we've got that guy available. But it's a January window and you don't get the best of players. You get players that are unhappy at other clubs, as I've said before, that want to come and play for Celtic. Who wouldn't want to come and play there, you know? But we got to be careful. We can't just dive in. I know the fans are going mad. We need signings in. I think that right now, the only signings we need to get us through until next season are 2 centre forwards. We just need to concentrate on that. Our wingers going alright. We've got cover at right back. We've got 2 or 3 right backs. We've got left backs. We can put Scalesy in there. Okay, I wouldn't mind maybe a centre half, or, you know. They've recalled Stephen Welsh. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I think it's a good thing. He's no world class, but he'll go alright in the Scottish Premier League. Gives us a bit more cover there, and we've got every right to call him back. It might not be in his best interest, but it's in the best interest of the club. So that's what we've got today. Martin O'Neill's pretty shrewd in what he's doing there. And if somebody gets injured, Welsh could just fit in there. So, yeah, he's not going to start against Falkirk, obviously, unless the rumours are true that Austin Trusty is injured. And that way you could just throw Stevie Welsh straight in, because I think he'd be better than Dane Murray. So I'm really not sure until the game starts, or till we really find out what's happening. But yeah, it's a terrible window, especially when Martin O'Neill's had no prep or no say in who he thinks should come into the club, because he wasn't there a few weeks ago. So it's been a bit of turmoil. Who do we blame for this? We blame the board for not getting their finger out their asses earlier. They should have left Martin in there until the end of the season, and then him and Maloney and following him and that, Steve McManus, they would have had an idea who they want to come in for this January window. But right now, Martin's blind. I know they've had a wee bit of an incline because Maloney's still been there behind the scenes, but it's no ideal. I just think we need to get a couple of players in up front, that's it. Centre halves could we scrape away with? Probably. We need another one anyway. But that's your 2 major ones, a centre half and 2 centre forwards. If you can go and concentrate on that, don't worry about anything else. Bring a couple in, but do we want dross that are just going to fill in a space? Well, see if this centre forward or whoever they get comes in and scores goals to the end of the season, yeah, that's fine. We've done our job. If we won the league, great. But I don't think we'll win the league with what we've got right now. Even though we've got better players than most teams, we do not have somebody that can naturally put the ball in the net, and that's what we need. We're crying out for a goal scorer. Do you know what I mean? So, anyway, they're talking about this Kieran Bowie. They're going to jump in and get this guy. He can't be any worse than what we've got. There's money in the bank. If there's a chance of going and getting him, go and get him. See, at the end of the day, you can sell him on again if he doesn't work out or if he doesn't fit. But he's a young guy. He wants to play football and he can put the ball in the net. So, yeah, if that's what you want, go and get him. Why are we pissing about and going, we might be interested in him? Might be he's no good to us at this moment in time. You know? If we don't get our act together, the board don't move on, we're going to be pissed for next season as well. Like, next season's going to be worse if we've got the same board sitting there. Something needs to change. And we all know what Celtic supporters will be there for the rest of our life. You don't just change, but you can change boards, you can change players, you can change managers. You'll never ever change the supporters. All it'll get is stronger. I came to Australia 22 years ago, and I've converted so many people into watching Celtic, and I walk about my place and everybody's wearing Celtic taps, you know what I mean? Because I've driven it into everybody out here, you know? It's amazing how many supporters you can get on, but see if your team's going shit and you're not doing the right thing, people aren't going to jump on the bandwagon. People jump on because you're winning games, you're playing well, it's good to watch, and the passion's there. That's why they're there. So if we want that, we're going to have to get another board in there that are willing to go and spend more money and get better players in. Simple as that. Anyway, look, let's move on to the Falkirk game. So it's going to be a wee bit of a tricky game up there. It's a miserable night, miserable weather, crappy wee park, AstroTurf Park. They're used to playing on it, training on it. So we're behind the 8 ball before we got up there. But that doesn't mean to say that you can't play football on that kind of pitch. So we can't blame that. We've got to just go up there and go on with it. Who's he going to play? Now, I've got a funny feeling he'll go out. Kasper Schmeichel will be in goals again. So you've got Kasper, and he done all right the other night. Never had anything today, but he might be a bit busier tonight. So, in fact, Falkirk throw the ball into the box, so Schmeichel could be busier than a one-legged cowboy in an arse-kicking competition tonight with the balls getting thrown in the box. So we need to just stop the crosses coming in so that he's not flapping about in the air. So that's what we need to do. So wingers need to work hard, and our left and right back need to work hard to stop the crosses coming in. But they did play a bit of football, playing through us, and that's what happens. Team played through us when we had a 3 at the back. We've got a 4 at the back, we're a bit more tighter. So yeah, big fella in goals. Right back, I think he might stick with Arajo at right back. I know he's put in a bit of a challenge. He's probably never played in these wee AstroTurf parts out here, so it could be him. It could be, I don't know, be Martin. He seems to stick with the same. So let's go with Arajo at right back. It'll be Trusty and Scales if Trusty's fit. It'll be Trusty and Scales in the middle, and it'll be Kieran Tierney at left back. So that should be your back four. If he changes to Kobe Donovan or I know I've been harping on about Ralston's been garbage, but it wouldn't surprise me Martin put him in. He's played up there, it's AstroTurf pitch. You just don't know what Martin's thinking with at that right back position. The big fella went in really hard the other night. Arajo on that boy, so there's a bit of talk about he should have been sent off. If I'm being very honest, that was a terrible challenge. He should have been sent off. But anyway, let's move on. So that's that. I think that'll be your back four. Midfield, it'll be Callum McGregor, Engels. They've done nothing wrong. Engels scored again. He's getting himself into better positions. The only one I would say would be a change would be Hatate. I know Martin sticks to what he likes today, but do you know, because it's Falkirk away, I would like to see Benji sitting in there, but it could be Luke McCown, because Luke knows the Scottish game and knows the wee tight parts, and he always seems to stick out in these wee games. So it's either going to be Luke McCown or Benji will be that third midfielder in there, because the three never play well, especially Benji and Callum McGregor. They've sort of worked out where they want to play. We just need that third person, and I think Martin likes Hatate. He wants to stick by him, but he wasn't great the other day, let's face it. And I think Benji comes on, scores a goal. He's always there for a goal, whereas Hatate's shots are going over the bar, they're going by the post. Benji's at least hitting the target. So if it was me, I'd be sticking him in there just for the fact that he can get you a goal at a crucial time, and we need to take the lead against Falkirk. You don't want to be a goal behind and chasing the game. So I think Benji will be in there for that reason. That'll be my three midfielders. Now, up front, it's going to have to be Tenecti on the left. It's going to be Yang on the right, and it'll be Dyson Maeda through the middle. He's got no other choice. I mean, you could put James Forrest out there. Why would you? These two wingers are playing really good. So the two wingers are no problem, it's the centre forward, because we need somebody who can put the ball in the net. And Dyson's just he's just not doing it at the moment. I mean, people's whinging about him the other night because he scored a goal and he was angry and that. I think all our players should be angry when, like, not angry when they score goals, but you shouldn't be celebrating like you've won the fucking European Cup or something, because it's only teams that you should be scoring against anyway. I watched Rankers the other night, and that Tavernas, or whatever his name is, him that scores the penalties. So he scored, and he's there hitting golf shots as if he's won the Ryder Cup or something. You've won nothing. You beat Aberdeen at Pittodrie, who are ranked rotten. Why are they all going mad and kissing the jersey and all that? You've not won anything yet, and you've not won anything for fucking years, so stop getting about. I don't know why players do that. Just score a goal and go, right, let's get back to the halfway line and get another one, or whatever it be, but celebrating for nothing. You don't see a postman putting a letter in a letterbox and dancing up and down when he does it, because that's his job, to deliver mail. He doesn't post it and then fucking go mad and dare run round the garden and all that. No chance. So why is Rankers players doing that as if they've won the league? They've just scored a goal against a shit Aberdeen side, or whatever side it could be. Until you win something, you've got no right to celebrate. The Celtic players kind of know the ethics of the game. They're going, right, we've scored a goal, but we never really scored against a big team. See, we score against Falkirk and it's 1-0 with a minute to go and you score a second. Yeah, I get it, you've won the game and all that, but celebrating in the 70th minute as if you've won the European Cup, I don't get that. Manager should have word with these players and say, you know what, he's a fucking rank rotten. Stop celebrating when you score against teams that you should be beating anyway. Different if you score in a European Cup final or something. As I say, 67, I'll always remember that. And that's what we need to dig into, because we'll always have that. That will never be gone. Anyway, enough about everybody else celebrating. The other thing I want to talk about is, just before I finish, I said it a few weeks ago and I got a few comments that on corner kicks, the ball should be inside the little D, whatever you call it, when you're taking a corner. Now, Tavernas, or Tavern, whatever his name is, that plays for Rankers, he hit a corner in the other night. That big centre half, he's about 9'8". He's headed the ball early bar, but that ball wasn't inside, it wasn't even touching the line when Tavernas hit it in. So I don't get this. Why are they no clamping down on this? I've said it for weeks. They're all putting the ball outside it. It shouldn't be. It should be inside touching, not outside touching the line. Because half of them aren't even touching the line. Keep an eye on them. I watched it again, and it was not. It was outside. So if that went in, they should have chalked to go left, gave a free kick the other way. I know it didn't go in. If your auntie had ball, should be your uncle and all that. But we need to get the rules right. Stop cheating, moving the ball forward as much as you can. Just put it inside and take the corner. Otherwise, the goal gets chopped off. That's what I think. Anyway, enough about that shit. Again, Rangers players firing water guns and all that. What's going on there? Can they not behave themselves? I don't get this. Play the game. You've not won a cup final. You've not won a league. You've not won anything yet. So don't be celebrating and being a smart ass. Get on with the game like us Celtic boys do. We just got on with it. And when we win something, that's when we'll celebrate. Anyway, predicting the score for Falkirk. It'll be Celtic 2, Falkirk 1. First goal scorer will be Tenecti. Hail, hail.